Okay, am I audible? Okay, just let me spread the word in Telegram also. So, as usual, we'll wait for a minute or two and let's see as people start joining. And I hope I'm audible. I'll just put it on us. Anyone who's listening, do tell us please in the comment section. Okay, so we have two people, and slowly people are joining in. Yeah, hello Faz, hello Rikal. Am I audible, Faz? Okay, okay. Thanks, Faz. So today is the today is the actually okay. Thank you, Rikal. Thank you, Faz. So guys, this is the second study jam that we are having on Android development using Kotlin, and we will be having one more session on this very same topic very soon. So today we have with ourselves Aman Singh, who is actually the Android facilitator from the Heritage Campus. So I'll just add him to the stream. Hello, Aman.
Yeah, hi everyone. Happy New Year, first of all, and let me know that I am
Yeah,
audible.
yeah. Happy New Year, guys! Everyone, Happy New Year. So Aman, now I'm leaving it up to you. And
Okay, great.
okay,
Thanks. Okay, so yeah, well, I hope so that my screen is visible, right? So let's start, right? So this is our second session of Android Study Jam. So last time, uh, uh, I have explained what is Android Study Jam and the basics of Kotlin with it. We started building our first app and we build a birthday card app, I guess. Yeah, right. So birthday card app, and yeah. So next question comes up: what we are gonna build today? Because the title of it says Android app building. So let me show you first the app that we will build today. Right. So this is the very app we will be creating today. So this is a simple app actually, you can see it, but there's a lot to learn in it. First thing we will learn in here is recycler view, how the recycler view works, all the quick events of it, and next thing we will learn how to use OKHTTP for calling some network calls, right? And we will get a JSON file, and then we will pass the JSON file into the thing we want, right? Just like if we select something, say thriller, then we will have some cards showing up here. So yeah, you can also search if you like. So yeah, this is pretty much of the app. Uh, so let us begin. But first, I will like to clear like a thing that I missed in earlier session about the deadlines. So the deadline of this is 25th of January itself. So yeah, complete the entire Android Study Jam program before that to be eligible for the certificate. And another thing is that when we are talking about certificates, we are uh, offering the certificates just for the second unit of it, right? All after earning all the 10 badges, you can just say a Google uh, profile, developer's profile, right? We will be, I guess, rolling out a form for simplicity, uh, and just fill that up after you complete that uh, second track, right? So yeah, so let me go to the stream and ask you guys, how do you think about this app, right? So there are lots of questions. Uh, First thing, so how to get goodies? So unfortunately for this session, we don't have a goodie. We're just having a certification, and yeah, but I will encourage you to do this program, right? Because it got a great collection of Android learnings, right? You will learn recycler view, how to use the recycler view, how to use room database, how to call up network. So this is a great place for learning Android. So you can learn it. But sorry for the goodies. I hear lots of questioning goodies. So yeah, there is no goodie for now. Just a certificate. From what website should I take part? Right. So uh, once the session is over, I will be just like posting the uh, link for the landing page of Android Study Jam into the Telegram, right? So just follow it up. So let's go. So let's go. There are many GCP. Yeah, okay. So these are relating to goodies. So just clarifying, there are no as such goodies, but yeah, there are great things to learn upon, right? So yeah, that's pretty much of it. So you guys, those who are here, so can you just like tell me how's the app, right? What do you think of this app, right? Uh, right. How's this? Wait, it's gone. Yeah, this app isn't interesting. Like OTT is a thing that for me, uh, I was like when I was in first year, most of my time was in OTT platforms, right? So I guess this will be a cool thing, right? So if you guys are thinking it's cool, so let's try and build this app. So the first thing we can notice, this is gonna be a tutorial type for mainly recycler views, right? So this is the recycler view. So uh, so what is a recycler view actually? The question comes in our mind that what is a recycler view? So this is it. What is a recycler view and how it works actually in layman terms, I can say. Uh, so every app that we saw nowadays are coming with the recycler view. Like you are scrolling any feed, like Instagram feed or what's not WhatsApp feed, YouTube feed, right? So all those cards you are saying showing on the feeds are of recycler view. So what does recycler view actually do is uh, at a time there are certain number of items that are visible on user's screen, right? And when you scroll up, the next item come and the items that are beyond the scope of your screen that are not used, right? So there is no need of just like keeping those in memory, and there are thousands and thousands of feed. When we talk about Facebook and all, we see there are thousands of feed coming in. So keeping all those inside your memory, the way it should look like, we are will create a lot of data wastage, right? So and will be like there will be a lot of performance lags, right? So what it does, that the it specifies the, like, how many items are gonna be in the view that user will see, right? And it will just scrap all the views that are not visible on user's screen, and that actually optimize it well, right? And I am like saying it in this term, like in my app, right? So you can see all this cards we are saying, like when we open a feed, right? It's a feed kind thing. So only I'm seeing a single card, right? So there is no need of keeping all the other cards up and ready, right? When I scroll in here, it is just creating this uh, card and deleting the card that was not in my screen, and just like this. So this is pretty much of it, right? So let's build it, right? So yeah. So first of all, any questions till now? Uh, yeah. Okay. I don't think so. There's any questions, right? So let's just open your Android Studio. If some project is already open, just close that project, because we are working with a new project, right? And open it again. Uh, Create new project, right? Choose an empty project. Click on next. Name your uh, file as, what can you say? OTT, OTT display, or OTT details. No, display is fine, right? And just we'll choose the language as Kotlin, right? And leave the package name and directory as it is, and minimum SDK label, like I prefer APK22. That's up to you. So just finish and wait for Android Studio to create our project. So yeah, again, it's a time taking software, I can say. Well, the Cradle is building. So wait, actually, it's downloading some Kotlin plugins for us, because we are using Kotlin, right? So additional plugins are required for that. So cool. So any questions till now? I can just like, no questions. So I'm waiting for here while my app is building, right? Still building. Well, I guess it's indexing for you, right? Okay, our app is like our project is built. Okay, so let's start. First of all, go to the layout folder. I guess it's already open. Okay, so let us check how our layout looks like. Right, where it is? It's closed. Device disconnected. Yeah, so it's now running. So our home UI looks like there's a search OTT, like text first, then a edit text where we can like type anything we want, like Avengers, like something. Load. Well, network is bad or something. So yeah, we are having edit text, a go button, and another text view which says find OTT, and the another genres, right? So yeah, that's it. Let's try to first replicate this thing, right? So first of all, we don't need this text view. Just select this and enter delete, like just delete, right? Bring another text view in here, constrain it uh, like 22 dps from top and corner, right? Give it leave its ID as it is. Type is text and write what is the text. Search OTT, right? Next up, we come to code and use an attribute called text size, right? Text size and put it as like 36 sp. Sp is the standard scale independent pixel for our text, right? It depends on the user's settings, right? What size of text he is using in the settings. So for text we will use sp. Okay. Next up, let's change the font of it. So go to font family, click on add more fonts, right? And I like this font, so just okay, and this will add the font, right? Next up, we need to have the color, right? Again, go to code and here write text color and choose color black, right? So yeah, that is the first thing. Next, we have edit text, right? So for edit text, come to the text and choose a plain text and drag and drop, right? Gain 22, and for the top I am binding it's below the this text view, so the top and bottom of that, right? And then 22. Uh, well, let's change the input type, right? So delete this thing and say input type and keep it as text, right? And delete the text and write hint and write hint as search, right? So yeah, but it's not looking like our app right now. Yeah, so app has something called circular thing, so we will be creating it later on, and we need a button also, right? So drag a button and put it over here. For constraining this, we want it to be like with the in center with the edit text. So just constrain its top to the top of the edit text and bottom to the bottom of the edit text, right? For vertical, like for horizontal, we like to just constrain to the parent, right? So that's looking pretty much. We have an app, we have another text view, right? So select another text view, do the same, like add it over here, add it 36, like margin, select, right, right, okay, that's 22, and then Yeah, and we can like use the code itself of last text view that we have. So all the properties of it, like the font and the color, we can just copy it, Control C, right, and use the property in here, like Control V, and change its text to find OTT genre. Okay, okay, then find OTT by genre. Okay, cool. Let's check out. Yeah, so that's okay. Next up, we need a recycler view, right? So yeah, if your project is not seeing, there are some projects where there is a download button over this recycler view. So just download that. This will come into your repository, right? Just bring it and below constraint like this, and for the height, just put it as 0 dp. So what 0 dp means, that it will constrain it to the parent, right? So okay, the height will be like match the constraint when you do 0 dp, right? So yeah, that's pretty much of the thing we need. Next up, we need uh, like what we need next. Yeah, so these the thing which are displaying over here, right? All the cards, right? The card of the genre, right? So come to the layout file, right? Click on the new layout resource file, and over here, just create an like name it as genre card, right? Maybe. Yeah, so okay, press enter, and you can open the code in here. Change the root view from constraint to the card view. Well, if card view is not in your like Android project, then just do there will be a download button. Go and download that. Well, I guess it's inbuilt now. In earlier Android, card view was not available, right? So in card view, we again need. I always use constant layouts, right? So we can just create another constant layout, right? And the width of it will be like match match parent, sorry, and height will be match parent, and create a closing tag. For closing tag, press shift and like the period button that we have. Okay, and from here we also need a text, right? So click a text here. There's a way, like if you are putting it here, or you can just put it in the component tree, like it will be inside the constant layout, right? You can do like that also. Just constant it, like just make everything as 0. This will make it in the center, right? Yeah, so it's in the center. And next thing we need to change to the card view is that we need to change its layout height to the wrap content, and uh, its width to the also to the wrap content. So in that way, entire view will be like inside the text view, right? It will just wrap it up. And next, the text view itself, search a thing called padding, right? And choose the padding as 12 dp, right? It will just add some like paddings when your text is ending. It's adding a pad. It's just adding a padding over it, right? So pretty much of it. And also change the ID, right? The ID to like uh, genre name, something like this, right? And refactor it. So yeah, that's our view ready. Next thing we need here is called a adapter, right? So what is an adapter? So for the recycler view, we wanna show this card in our recycler view, but our recycler we don't know what this card is and how to show it, which text view we are using for displaying which text that the recycler view is getting. So just like if we have a different port and just wanna use our like USB A, so we use the adapter. It's like the same thing. So just create a new Kotlin class, right, and name it as uh, genre adapter, right, and this class needs to extend like in Kotlin we extend like this recycler view dot adapter, right. It will be giving us a red line. So for that we need a inner class. Name it as uh, genre view holder, right. What is a view holder? I am explaining it in just a moment, I guess. Yeah, right, and it needs to extend our cycle view dot view holder, right. It will also give us an error and tell us to uh, right. We need an item view over here. So just go right item view of type item view and pass it over here. Okay, it's view dot item view, not menu dot item view. Uh, and then we need to pass the view holder that we created over here, right. And after that it will just wait a second. uh, well, right, so it will be view, I guess, right. And next up we need to implement the member classes of the adapter we are creating. So it will just when you do like that, it will create three of the functions for us. Let me just genre adapter, right? It's giving a like what kind of error it is generating. Uh, Give me one minute, right? Mm, let's continue. We'll fix that up later on. Right. So our genre adapter needs some uh, list, right? List view, right? List thing. List will contain our data, right? So for this, we need a list of say type of array list, and this needs something to extend, right? So for that, we need another class, right? So go over here, create a kotlin class, choose a data class, and write as Sandra data class, right? So this is a data class where we just define some data type things. So just it will be like val Sandra, but will be of type string, right? If there are multiple files, so, multiple variables, just separate it by comma, right? That's it for that class. Uh, yeah, just like this, we'll pass it, right? And in the get count method, just replace this by uh, list dot size, right? This will complete this function. That's a very easy function, right? In here, choose the item view, and there is an error in this class, I guess. Um, well, this site will be adapter, right? Okay, so this will be the error, right? This will fix the error, right? In here, now come here and write item view. Well, okay, so as it is like we cannot access it right now. I guess it should be in init block. Item view, right? So item view dot uh, view holder. We are mm, expecting a text view, right? So for that we wanna do like val text view. Text view will like read our genre thing, right? So it will be like item view dot find view by id, and it will be r dot the id we give it as what id we give it. Well, let's check out genre name, right? Right. So yeah, that's it for our view adapter, right? Now let's come to the another function called on bind view, right? So in on bind view, we will bind that text view we are getting in to like what data we gonna enter in the text view, right? So for that we need the current list item, right? So we will get in the entire list of the items we wanna show. We will extract the current item from it, right? So current item from the list will be can be done like as position, right? So this will contain our the current item, and now we will have use a holder dot item view. Uh, well, holder dot item view dot this holder is not extending the view holder. It is extending view holder don't have item, so it won't be in init block, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, for that, it won't be in init block. So text view that we are getting in. Then this text views text will be the current item dot genre, right? This will complete our bind view. Next, last function we have is view holder, right? In view holder, you can just create a val item view will be layout inflator dot from parent and we'll get the context, right, and then we will inflate the layout we are using, right. So that was r dot layout. Moving it out, well, it was r dot layout dot it's not a hard name, right. Next thing we have parent, that is a root of the on which route we are creating that item, in which route we are inserting it, right. And next thing is attached to the boolean, and this will be a false thing, right. And last thing we're gonna just return this thing, right. So write return uh, view holder, and in here it needs a view, so just create the item we have created, right. So this will actually uh, finish our adapter. Okay, so that's it from adapter. That's a simple thing, right. Well, if it is hard, then just look out once again and you will understand that, right. Well, right, we so till now we have created our card view. This that will displayed into our recycler view, which is binded by our adapter, right. And yeah, so now we need data to show, like in my app, uh, I'm showing the genres, right, but uh, I'm fetching all this data from some, like something from web, right. uh, I have not saved this data into my app, so for that, uh, mm, it's a something. Okay, didn't get it, Nikhil, what you wanna say. uh, in here you can just go to a site called Rapid API. Okay, so this is a very good site for accessing the APIs. We have a lot of free APIs available in here. You can see that, and the API we are using here is called OTT details, right? So searching for that and wait for it to start. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Uh, Here we can see the different parameters that we are using in, right. So okay, in here, when you have come for the first time, you didn't subscribe it yet, so just go and subscribe for it and check out the pricing. For testing purposes it is free, like 120 calls or something, and then it will charge accordingly, so just check out that. Right, so we'll go into Kotlin, and we are fetching the genres by this thing, right. This, the entire JSON we can see over here. I'm just displaying this into my app. So do a simple thing. It says that it will use the OK HTTP client. So our app do not contain right now OK HTTP client. So for that we need to inject a new dependency for that. So just open here and write OK HTTP dependency like Kotlin dependency or something. You will be forwarded to this GitHub page, and in here, uh, yeah. So this is the implement method. Just copy this thing and come to your Android Studio inside your Gradle script in your app level Gradle file. Right, there are some dependencies already that our app is using. We will add one more to it and like this. So this will be OK HTTP, and once you change this Gradle file, it will automatically send you to sync the Gradle. So you just click on sync now, and it will download the rest of the thing for you. Right? Well, yeah, means what you are saying, Nitish, I'm not getting it. Right? Uh, yeah. So okay. Well, I guess it is downloaded right now. Okay. So do a thing. Go to the Rapid API page, right, and copy this thing. Till now, do not call the response thing because it need to be called on the background thread. I guess it would work on the main string. So come to your main activity and just paste the entire thing. Right, it will tell give us your red lines. So click alternate and enter. This will import the required files. Right, and from the OKSGP3 uh, import this, right. So what this will do is like it is calling a new HTTP client and creating one request to get all the genre present in the uh, like this API, right. So it will just do that, and then once we create the request, go to write some code like client dot uh, new call, right. Here pass request dot enqueue uh, and called object of callback. Do it like this. Give you error like implement members. So go implement these members. Okay. So that will be it. In OnFlare, we don't want to do some anything right now. So just click on e dot print stack trace, and in on response method, there is where we are getting the response from the our API, right? API is calling the web and fetching us a response. From that response, we're gonna do something, right? So what we're gonna do here that I will just create a string, type a string basically, right? Uh, and then I'll do response dot body dot string. Note here, not to string. I'm using just string, and this will give you error that this can be null. So say okay, uh, and lastly to string, right. So this will basically uh, fetch a string first, right, and that string will be a response. You can like uh, you can see that string, but okay, let's log that log this thing. But the first thing is we cannot call any views uh, that we created in here directly, right? Because this is a background thread. Whenever you are including something from uh, uh, HTTP request, that thing goes in the background thread, right? And any the views and all the thing you are creating are in your main UI thread. So you cannot access any main UI thread from the background thread, any components of the main UI thread to the background thread. So for that, we need to use on called run on UI thread, right? This is the thing. So when we are running in UI thread, we can just like log dot I just hold this thing and just say test and just wanna put this string, right, and just hit now run button to see whether we are logging something or not, right? Yeah, so it's like building. Okay, while it build, there's something on nothing. Okay, it's still running. Will take a bit of time, I guess. That okay, so it's finished now. So we are running it. So this I'm installing it on my app. So yeah, well we had a crash, I guess. I don't know what happened. Okay, okay, HTTP dispatcher permission denied. Okay, right. So we don't have a permission of using internet, and okay, HTTP do require internet, right? So in manifest, just write user permission and search for internet permission, right? Close this thing. So this will like add a user permission for using internet. We are requesting the system for using that we wanna use internet, right? Okay. It's running again. Hmm. Are you getting any string? Let's check that string like this. Yeah, right. So yeah, this is the string that we are getting from uh, the API, right? You can see all the different genres over here. So this is the string that we are getting. So this is a JSON array. You can simply see that closing tag is of array. So I tried to just use that thing up, like directly converting that string into the JSON array, but there was an error. So for that, I will change this string from val to var. That I wanna change it further, right? And let's do a simple thing. String is equals to uh, new string, which will be like this. So this will just create this JSON array into new JSON object. The entire JSON array will be binded into a new JSON object, right? To do like that, write info. Uh, and like this thing, and in here add the string that we have, right? So this will just parse this like JSON array into a JSON object, and then we will use this like as well. Well, we can do this in background also, so there's no need for this right now, right? So we are doing it in the background thread, and well, JSON object will be a JSON object, right? We will write JSON object and we'll pass this string on it, and then we'll use this JSON object to create new JSON array. Just write JSON array and use JSON array like JSON object dot get JSON array, right? And pass this string that we are just using that as info, right? This will create a new JSON array for us, and now will in our adapter we need all data in form of array list. So we have to create a array list over here, right? So the array list we can just do it like this in top of our on create, and just do val list, that is a array list that contains our genre data class will be a array list, right? This will define the empty list first, and now we have to fill that list in, right? So for filling that list we will be needing our for loop, right? So just do it like for I in 0 until JSON array dot length, right? And inside the for loop just do it as list dot add a genre data class, and it again need a genre, so just pass in JSON array I dot toString, right? This will just uh, fill our list, right? Once we have filled our list, we gonna go on our UI thread, right? And in the UI thread, call it val is cycler view, because I guess we have created it, right? And go test cast as recycler view, and this will be like find view by id r dot id, what id to give it to that. Let's check out, and no id, so just give Sandra RV. Okay, yeah. Now use that id here over here, Sandra RV, right? And next up, just called recycler view got adapter, and set the adapter as genre adapter. And in this adapter we need a list, and we have the list that we have filled in. Just pass the list, right? And yeah, that's it for now. And we will say recycler view dot has fixed size. This is important because all the concept of clearing that garbage views that are not present on user's screen will be done by this single line, that it has a fixed size, right? And then we will do as recycler view dot layout manager is equals to we will use a grid layout manager here. So grid layout manager and this will be this dot main activity as it is a inner class, so we cannot just pass this. And next up we have span count. So for this application I guess 6 is okay, so we can just call it grid layout manager. And I want to scroll this recycle view horizontal, not vertical. By default it is vertical. And reverse layout I will pass it as false, right? So this will actually, I guess this is it. So let's run it first to see whether we are getting that genre in our application or not. So wait for it. Well, yeah. So you can see all the genre we are getting in our application, and we can scroll it between that thing, but it do not look like our application that we are gonna build. So it, so just add something like that. So in your layout, in your drawable, right, create new drawable resource file and name it as genre view. Just like that and enter. Change the root from selector to shape, right? After that, just pass Android shape as rectangle, right? And then we will do it like solid fill a color. We can use teal 200, right? And close this. And next we can use corners at radius as like 22 dps, right? Uh, okay, cool. And in this card view, just go to this card view and look at background and put this thing. Well, color not here. So on the view, and this has Android, it's like transparent color. Well, no. Then we can also do it like we can. It is a card view, right? So we can directly. Well, I guess I was not in the card view. Then search for corner radius and put it as 12 dp and change the card color to something as steel that we are using in there. So yeah, this will create our circular thing that we need. Also, uh, we can add some padding in the card view. So just add like 22 dps of padding. Well, not padding. What is that? That is margin. That is the thing we are searching for. Layout margin, say 22 dp. So this will actually create some margin first, right? And now let's run it. It's like 6 is quite high for this. So just go to the main activity and change this to 5. This will be okay. Span count. Let's change span count. So let's continue. Just change the span count, right? And this is looking okay. This is good, right? So yeah, and next thing, we need to add a touch response to this entire thing, right? For that, on touch we want to start a new activity. So just create a new activity. This will be a blank activity, and name this activity as like details, like that, and keep it checked, right? uh, okay. So like, okay, sorry. I'm gonna just refactor this because I used the small letter, right? So put the refactor rename and like this, just refactor it. So this will be refactored, right? This class name is now okay. Ne- Next up, uh, we need to mm, also call this new activity when we click the genre, right? For that, in our adapter itself, we need to integrate a touch functionality, right? For the touch functionality, uh, there's multiple ways of creating the touch functionality over here. So the best way that I found is like using it to the view holder directly, right? Because many of the people do it in bind view holder, and bind view holder is like created called many times, and when it is called many times, so it will again and again just hit the on click listener, and this will again decay our performance, right? So for that, we wanna create an interface, right? First, so just create an interface and call this interface as on item click, right? On item click listener, and inside the interface define a function called as on item click, right? Okay, so yeah, that will be it. Well, I also want to pass the string over here. So this will be like I'm passing a string because I want to just know that what function is clicked. So I want its like name, like is it action genre or like sci-fi genre and that thing, right? So we're doing it like that. Next, inside our view holder, we want to extend another class that we just created, like view dot on click listener, right? And it will say us like implement the members, so we will implement its member, right? And that's it. We want to add a on click listener to the activity which is calling it. So over here, let's do it like this. Uh, Add a new private val listener, and do it like on item click listener from our package name, right? Okay, and now we wanna use this on click listener in our view holder. So for using that, we can use init block and write as listener dot on item click, right? And it is expecting a string, so that string will be text view dot text dot to string, right? So this will give us the string of the clicked text, right? And yeah, and in the on click, we will just use like listener dot on item click, and when uh, when the init proc, okay, uh, yeah, so on item click, it again needs a string, so we can again do it like text view dot text dot to string, right? The init block, I guess, item view. Okay, so there's an issue that in init block I'm using listener. Instead, I want to use the item view dot set on click listener and pass the activity, right? So this will be it. And now, as our adapter is changed, so we will be having a error, I guess, over here, right? So it says that it will need a listener. This will be this activity, and this will again give us an error and tell us that because of we are not implementing this our in a class. So for that, we wanna like just implement that class, and we can do it like what was the name, genre adapter dot uh, like on item click listener, and again it will give us error and tell us that we need to implement the member, right? And here we have the item on item click listener, and here we will pass the our entire code, right? What we wanna do when the item is clicked. So for now, as we have not created the next activity, like we have created but have not used anything much, so we will just we have a string, right? So we can do it like a val intent intent, and over here we need to pass this activity, right? And the main activity that the activity we wanna call the activity we wanna call is called, oh sorry, this will not be, this will be like this, intent this details dot project, right? And over here we wanna just get the extras as the genre, okay, and pass this string with that, right? And after that, just we wanna start the activity, okay. And this activity which we are starting, I just want to toast the string we are getting in from the another activity. So this is how we pass the data from one activity to another activity, right? And to access that thing, you can just call it as intent dot get string extra and pass the string, the same string that we are passing over there. And next up, we can just say like toast dot then sort dot show. This will just like tell us that which activity, which genre is being clicked and just toast it for us. So let's run that thing to see what is happening. It's installing. Right. So when we click on something like comedy, it just stores comedy. So yeah, that is working. The click event, we are handling it very like accurately, I can say. Yeah, musical. Yeah, so we are handling the click event very good. And next up, we wanna just use this API uh, to fetch the like all the data about the title, the advanced search and searches like that thing that we will use this and we'll fetch the data like all the title, movie type, image URL and all things and we can just do it in the next session, right? So that's yes. Okay, that's pretty much of the thing. We've learned the recycler view, right? And how the recycler view adapter actually works, right? And we also implemented the click listener in that. So that's, I guess, okay. So that's enough for today. And next day we will just completing this app in which we will just get download the image from the URL we will get and display it and also use the search button, right? Yeah, that's it for today. Yeah, so for to you Faisal Bhaiya, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been an amazing session,
yeah,
and I think if you put the code of this app, you know what,
yeah,
Aman? I
yeah,
think
I
post
will.
this session we will make a repo. We'll just call it Android Study Jams Heritage, and
Yeah,
all the three sessions, whatever have happened, whatever code base that is involved there while teaching, and again next week on 9th January we'll have it again. So we'll push it
yeah,
there only so that
yeah.
one place,
I
one
will just like
repository
push
remains for
the
the
code whatever
activity.
done today and like yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So guys, it's been an amazing session. Now we are closing it off. So, and same day, same time, next Saturday 6 p.m. we'll be having the third and final Android study jam.
yeah.
So see you then next week. Okay. Bye. Bye everyone.